Argentina, known as the country of contrasts. Argentina is one of the largest countries on the planet with an area of approximately 2,780,400 square kilometers, ranking 8th in the world. Interestingly, if Argentina were placed on the map of Europe, it would even stretch from Norway down to Greece. Not only vast, Argentina's terrain also showcases rare contrasts. It is home to the highest peak in the Western Hemisphere, Aconcagua, standing at 6,959 meters and, at the same time, possesses one of the lowest points on Earth, Laguna del Carbon, located 105 meters below sea level. The Andes mountain range runs along the western border, creating a rain shadow effect, resulting in arid deserts like the Monte Desert on the western side, while the eastern side receives a large amount of annual rainfall. As of 2025, Argentina's population reaches about 45.9 million people, ranking 35th globally. According to data from the World Population Review, Argentina's population growth rate is only 0.29% per year, lower than the global average of 1.3%, and it has been gradually declining each decade. According to the United Nations, 12% of Argentinians are over 65 years old. And if the current trend continues, this figure could reach 30% by 2080, placing Argentina among the countries with the highest aging population rates in Latin America. Another interesting fact is that 97% of Argentinians are of European descent. Most of them have Spanish or Italian ancestry. This is due to the wave of mass immigration in the mid-19th century. The name Argentina originates from the Latin word argentum, which means silver. When the Spanish first arrived, the indigenous people generously gifted them silver items. Impressed, the Spaniards named the land of silver, even though they later dug everywhere and never found any silver mines. But perhaps because the name had already been chosen, the Spaniards found it bothersome to change it. If you find Argentina both vast and strange, leave a comment with the number 01. Number 2, homeland of beautiful women. Argentina is one of the most famous countries in South America for the beauty of its women, and the locals take great pride in their roses. With the highest percentage of European ancestry in the region, mainly from Italy, Spain, Germany and France, Argentinian women often possess a captivating mixed-race beauty characterized by harmonious facial features, hybrid noses, oval-shaped faces, slim waists and curvy hips. A physical formula that is highly valued both in beauty pageants and in the eyes of the international public. It's no surprise that Argentinian women have brought home 4 major titles from the world's most prestigious beauty pageants: 1 Miss Universe, 2 Miss World, and 1 Miss International. This achievement places Argentina among the top-performing countries in Latin America. In addition to natural features, Argentina ranks as the second highest country in the world for cosmetic surgery rates, only behind South Korea. According to data from the International Society of Aesthetic Plastic Surgery, ISAPS, the country performs about 8.81 procedures per 1,000 people. This figure reflects how much Argentinian women care about their personal appearance. However, unlike many other places, cosmetic surgery in Argentina is not aimed at completely changing one's look, but rather at refining and maintaining their natural features, helping to preserve and prolong their existing beauty over time. Number 3, fascinating tourist destinations. Argentina also boasts some of the most impressive natural tourist destinations in South America. Located in the southern Patagonia region, Los Glaciares National Park is one of the most beloved destinations among travelers. Here, visitors can witness the Perito Moreno Glacier, one of the few glaciers in the world that is still advancing despite the global trend of glacial retreat. This glacier stretches nearly 30 kilometers long, stands 74 meters above the lake surface, and frequently echoes with thunderous sounds as massive chunks of ice collapse into Lake Argentino. Especially notable is the experience of walking on the glacier itself using specialized crampon shoes. Another natural wonder of Argentina lies in the north, the Iguazú Falls, situated on the border between Argentina and Brazil, with hundreds of waterfalls cascading from a height of 82 meters. Iguazú has been recognized by UNESCO as a World Natural Heritage Site and attracts millions of tourists each year. It is hailed as one of the most majestic waterfall systems on the planet and a symbol of South America's natural beauty. And if you're a wine lover, don't miss Mendoza, the largest wine-producing region in Argentina and the birthplace of the famous Malbec grape. Mendoza is home to over 1,000 wineries and offers tours that combine wine tasting with breathtaking views of the Andes Mountains, drawing around 1 million visitors annually. Number 4. A leading world economy that is strangely poor. As of 2024, Argentina's nominal GDP reached approximately $646.08 billion USD, ranking 22nd globally. A figure that might seem impressive at first glance, but don't let the numbers fool you. Argentina is currently one of the most unstable economies in the world, with around 52.9% of the population living below the poverty line in the first half of 2024, the highest level in nearly 2 decades. Despite having strong production capacity and abundant natural resources, inflation in Argentina is often described as a money-eating monster, resurfacing stronger after every crisis. In 2023, the country recorded an inflation rate of 211%, second only to Venezuela and a few collapsed economies. A common scene here is people rushing to buy essential goods right after receiving their wages, because by the weekend that same amount of money might not buy anything anymore. The unemployment rate currently stands at 6.4%, 4% higher than the global average of 5.1%, and it is expected to rise further if political instability continues. Since 1950, Argentina has defaulted at least 9 times, making it one of the most frequent defaulters in the world. Do you think this country can break free from the cycle of crisis in the near future? Share your thoughts in the comments below. No, 5. A country that once had 5 presidents in just 12 days. In December 2001, Argentina plunged into one of the most severe political crises in its modern history. Within just 12 days, the country saw 5 different presidents take office. Each barely had time to get acquainted with the role before having to pack their bags and leave. This situation sparked widespread protests across the nation, and at least 39 people lost their lives in clashes with security forces. Protesters even rallied behind the slogan "Que se vayan todos," translated as "all of them must go," which reflected the deep frustration of the people toward the political leadership. In less than 2 weeks, Argentina witnessed an unprecedented power relay at the highest level of government, which remains one of the most chaotic political records in Latin American history. Speaking of presidents, Argentina also holds the record for having the most female presidents in the Americas. Eva Perón, the wife of former President Juan Perón, became the first woman in modern world history to assume the presidency through constitutional succession in 1974. Then, in 2007, Cristina Fernández de Kirchner became the first elected female president of Argentina and the first woman in the country's history to be re-elected for a second term. Number 6. Unique architecture located in the heart of Buenos Aires. Floralis Generica is a massive artwork shaped like a flower but made entirely of metal, designed and funded by Argentine architect Eduardo Catalano. The installation is valued at an estimated 4.5 to 6 million US dollars. Constructed from 18 tons of aluminum and stainless steel, Floralis Generica boasts a gleaming, light, reflective surface that captivates all who see it. What's truly magical is its mechanism. During the day, the petals automatically open, and at night they gently close again, perfectly mimicking the life cycle of a real flower. This intelligent movement system operates via light sensors and hydraulics, making Floralis Generica one of the iconic symbols of the capital. And if you're a music lover, don't miss the chance to explore Teatro Colón, a legendary opera house considered one of the finest acoustic venues in the world. The building was completed after nearly 20 years of construction with contributions from 3 architects from Italy, Belgium and Argentina, giving Teatro Colón a distinct multicultural imprint in every detail. the capacity of over 2,500 people. The horseshoe-shaped structure is optimized for even sound distribution. The interior materials were meticulously selected: hardwood, leather, red velvet, and marble, all working in harmony to create an acoustically perfect environment. The soaring ceiling and multiple tiers of balconies provide ideal surfaces for sound reflection, ensuring that not a single note is lost. This architectural excellence has led many renowned opera artists to say that performing on the stage of Teatro Colón is a once-in-a-lifetime honor for any classical voice. No, 7. Mate tea, the national drink of Argentinians. If you ever have the chance to visit a family in Argentina, there's a good chance you'll be offered a cup of mate tea. Mate is made from dried leaves of the Yerba Mate plant. Argentinians drink mate everywhere, at home, at work, in the park, even while driving. According to the National Institute of Yerba Mate, each Argentinian consumes about 100 liters of mate tea per year, equivalent to more than 10 million yerba mate trees used solely to meet domestic demand. However, mate is not for the faint of palate. First-time visitors often experience a shock from its sharp bitterness, reminiscent of unbrewed coffee, along with a lingering, astringent aftertaste. Yet if you can get past that initial cultural shock, you might just become addicted to mate, just like millions of Argentinians. In contrast to mate's boldness, Argentine wine offers a far more pleasant flavor experience. According to 2023 data from the International Organization of Vine and Wine, Argentina ranks 8th in the world in wine production. The Mendoza region, located at the foot of the Andes, is the country's largest wine-producing area, home to thousands of high-altitude vineyards and a dry climate perfect for cultivation. The star of this region is the Malbec grape, originally from France but now naturalized in Argentina with a bold, rich flavor. In addition, Argentina is also known for other outstanding wines like Cabernet Sauvignon, Torrontés, and Syrah. If you ever thought only Europe dominated the wine scene and are surprised to learn that Argentina is also a major player, leave a comment with the number 7. Eight, where people are obsessed with football to the core. Football is the most beloved sport in Argentina, and their national team is a powerhouse on the global football stage. To date, the national team has won the World Cup 3 times, in 1978 in Argentina, in 1986 in Mexico, and most recently as the reigning world champions in 2022 in Qatar. On the continental level, Argentina holds the record for the most Copa America titles, 16 tied with Uruguay, and far ahead of the rest. Two of the greatest legends in football history hail from Argentina, the Golden Boy Diego Maradona, and the man widely regarded as the greatest of all time, Lionel Messi. However, what might surprise many is that Argentina's official national sport is not football, but a game called Pato. This sport is played on horseback and combines elements of polo and basketball. The name Pato comes from the Spanish word for duck, as early versions of the game actually used a live duck instead of a ball. Due to its dangerous nature, Pato was banned multiple times throughout history, not only because of animal cruelty concerns, but also due to the high risk of player injuries from frequent collisions. In 1953, President Juan Perón declared Pato the official national sport of Argentina. It is still played today, though the rules have been significantly modified to make the game less violent, and the use of ducks has long been banned. No, 9. Argentina even has a religion for a football player. Argentina is a country rich in religious diversity, reflecting a blend of European heritage and indigenous cultural identity. While Roman Catholicism remains the dominant religion, embraced by about 62.9% of the population, the country also has a presence of various other faiths and a significant proportion of people who identify with no religion at all. In fact, Argentina is home to a one-of-a-kind religion, Iglesia Maradoniana, or the Maradonian Church, founded in the city of Rosario in 1998. This religion was created by devoted fans of football legend Diego Maradona. They have their own doctrines, rituals, and even a rewritten version of the Ten Commandments inspired by Maradona's life and career. Today, the church proudly claims around 120,000 followers worldwide. Argentina has also made significant strides in promoting religious freedom. In the past, one had to be Catholic to become president or vice president of Argentina. However, this outdated requirement was abolished in 1994, allowing for greater religious inclusivity. A growing trend of secularization is becoming increasingly common in Argentina, with the non-religious population increasing by about 0.7% annually. It is estimated that if this rate continues within the next 60 years, the number of people with no religious affiliation will surpass those identifying as Catholic in Argentina. 10. Buenos Aires, nicknamed the Paris of South America. Buenos Aires, the capital of Argentina, is often referred to as the Paris of South America due to its European architecture, café culture, and artistic lifestyle, heavily influenced by French aesthetics. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, waves of immigrants from Spain and Italy brought not only people but also culture, language, and a refined sense of design. The Argentine government even hired European architects, especially from France, to design the city in neoclassical and Art Nouveau styles. As a result, many iconic areas like Recoleta, Avenida de Mayo and Teatro Colón can make visitors feel as though they're strolling through the historic boulevards of Paris. Beyond its beauty, the city also boasts architectural works that stand the test of time in both aesthetics and construction speed. A prime example is the Obelisk of Buenos Aires, a central landmark completed in just 31 days in 1936. Designed by architect Alberto Prebisch and built by the German company GOP, the monument was made possible through the use of precast concrete and modern construction techniques. The obelisk stands at the intersection of Corrientes and the 9th of July Avenue, the widest avenue in Buenos Aires, and was built to commemorate the 400th anniversary of the city's founding. Alongside this monument, other infrastructure developments such as the subway system were also completed during this period, marking Buenos Aires' transformation into one of the most modern cities in South America at the time. If you've ever thought that only Europe has historic and art-filled architecture, leave a comment with the number 11. The rhythm of life in Argentina. Daytime in Argentina flows with a rhythm all its own. If you think noon is the peak time for lunch, here it's actually around 2 p.m. when things really come alive. Small roadside eateries and smoky grills, famous for their grilled meats, begin to fill with hungry patrons. After lunch, a short afternoon nap known as a siesta is a cherished tradition. Argentinians believe that a bit of rest recharges the spirit for the rest of the day. But perhaps the biggest surprise for many visitors is that dinner here typically starts after 9 p.m. In fact, social gatherings can stretch past midnight with no one seeming rushed or tired. Dinner is more than just a meal. It's a social ritual, a time when family and friends gather to chat, laugh, and enjoy traditional dishes like empanadas, asado, or Italian-style pasta reimagined with an Argentine twist. When night falls, Argentina doesn't sleep. Bars, cafes, and tango clubs begin to light up, pulling the city into an entirely different world. In the Palermo neighborhood, music spills from every corner, from energetic electronic beats to passionate tango melodies. If you're lucky, you might stumble upon a spontaneous tango performance right in the middle of a plaza, a scene that feels both improvised and quintessentially Argentina. Tango is one of Argentina's most iconic cultural treasures and is regarded as a source of national artistic pride. This passionate dance originated in the late 19th century in the port districts of Buenos Aires and Montevideo, Uruguay, which were once bustling hubs for millions of European immigrants. Within the humble spaces of the working class, immigrants, African slaves, and native Argentinians blended music, rhythm, and raw emotion to create a dance form that was bold, intense, and deeply sensual. Today, tango is an inseparable part of Argentine cultural life, especially in the capital city of Buenos Aires. There you can easily encounter tango dancers performing on the streets, in parks, or outside restaurants along bustling plazas. Many subway stations in Buenos Aires are named after famous tango musicians, and even the national football team is nicknamed the Tango Dancers, reflecting how deeply embedded this dance is in the national identity. If you ever visit Buenos Aires, don't miss the chance to join a milonga, community dance events that are regularly held in the evenings. Free tango lessons often begin around 7 or 8 p.m., allowing visitors to pick up a few basic moves before diving into the passionate and mesmerizing atmosphere of a night filled with dance. Argentina's fascinating cuisine. If there's a country where cuisine could be considered a religion, Argentina would undoubtedly be a top contender, especially when it comes to beef. In 2024, the average beef consumption per person in Argentina was around 44.8 kilograms per year. While that number may sound high, it's actually the lowest the country has seen in over a century. At its peak, Argentina once reached a staggering 100.8 kilograms of beef per person, a figure that might make any gout specialist sigh in concern. Asado, or Argentine barbecue, is the most beloved way of enjoying beef in the country. Beef ribs, AEL chorizo sausages, tenderloin, and more. It's often served with chimichurri sauce, a zesty blend of herbs, garlic, vinegar, and olive oil. Despite the effort it takes to prepare, Argentinians enjoy asado an average of twice a week, usually during weekend gatherings. Beyond meat, empanadas, savory half-moon-shaped pastries, are another culinary icon. Minced beef, eggs, onions, olives, cheese, and even sweet options like fruit jams. Each region has its own signature version, such as the salteña empanada from the north, known for its bold and spicy flavors, turning each bite into a unique taste journey. And when you're full of meat and pastries, don't leave Argentina without trying their gelato. Influenced by Italian heritage, Argentine gelato has a distinct twist with signature flavors like dulce de leche, the famous caramelized milk, rich chocolate amargo, bitter dark chocolate, and native fruits like plum and Patagonian strawberry, offering a blend of the familiar and the exotic, the traditional and the uniquely Argentine. If you're a food lover and you're feeling hungry just hearing about Argentine cuisine, leave a comment with the number 13. Home to a festival solely dedicated to garlic. Every November in the town of Manaus in Buenos Aires province, locals celebrate the Fiesta Nacional Deo, also known as the Garlic Festival. This quirky event honors garlic farming, one of the region's key agricultural products. The festival features parades, garlic-themed cooking contests, and even the crowning of a garlic king and queen. The atmosphere is vibrant, if a bit pungent, but it perfectly captures the community spirit of the local farming culture. From January to early March, the city of Iguazú in Entre Rios province transforms into the Rio de Janeiro of Argentina during its lively carnival. Dazzling parades, mesmerizing samba dances, vibrant Latin music and extravagant costumes light up the streets for nights on end. This is one of the most spectacular street festivals in South America, drawing thousands of visitors every year. And if you're a wine lover, March is the perfect time to visit the city of Mendoza, Argentina's wine capital. There, the Fiesta Nacional de Vendimia, or the Grape Harvest Festival, is a joyous celebration of a fruitful vintage and a tribute to the wine industry, a national point of pride. The event includes flower-covered floats, the crowning of the Grape Harvest Queen, open-air musicals, and of course endless wine tastings under the starlit Mendoza sky. Cost of living. When you set foot in Argentina, the land of passionate tango and electrifying football matches, one of the first questions that might cross your mind is, how much does it actually cost to live here each month? The answer may surprise you because the cost of living in this South American nation is quite affordable, especially compared to many Western countries. In major cities like Buenos Aires or Cordoba, renting a one-bedroom apartment typically ranges from $350 to $600 per month, depending on the neighborhood and amenities. But if you choose to live in smaller cities or suburban areas like Mendoza or Salta, the cost drops significantly with rents as low as $150 to $300 per month. An ideal option for those who love peace, quiet, and proximity to nature. Argentinian cuisine is a paradise for meat and wine lovers. If you cook at home, your monthly grocery bill may only range from $180 to $250 USD, which is more than enough to enjoy world-renowned beef and fresh produce from local markets. Prefer eating out? A meal at a casual restaurant will cost just $4 to $8 US, a true bargain for an authentic Argentine dining experience. Getting around is also very convenient. Public buses and subways in major cities run efficiently, and a monthly pass costs only $10 to $15. You can explore the city without breaking the bank. If you're keen on staying fit in a country famous for its tempting cuisine, consider joining a gym. With membership fees ranging from $20 to $40 per month, plus many parks and public spaces often host free yoga and Zumba classes, making wellness accessible for everyone. All in all, the average monthly cost of living in Argentina falls between $700 to $1,400, depending on your lifestyle and the city you choose. With a stable quality of life, rich cultural scene, and friendly locals, Argentina is truly a compelling destination for anyone looking to experience life in South America. If you'd like to know more about how to apply for a visa to explore this colorful country, leave a comment saying, "Argentina, your South American adventure starts right here." So, we've just wrapped up our journey through 15 fascinating facts about Argentina. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to hit like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss out on our next adventures around the world, and we'd love to hear from you. Which fact about Argentina surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. The information is for reference only, so please do your own research before making any decisions.